Bertrand D'Souza. My title here at TRAFFIX is Carrier Sales Manager. I've been here for 7.5 years at TRAFFIX. It's been a long time. And yeah, loving it so far. Well, TRAFFIX was my first full-time position out of college. I was looking for something to grow in a specific industry. I did do a logistics background as well. So TRAFFIX at the time that I joined was very much an up-and-coming company. So I felt it was the right company for me, the perfect fit for me, just because I wanted to start from scratch, which is what I did at TRAFFIX, and worked my way up from the bottom. So I'm kind of one of the homegrown TRAFFIX, if you want to put it that way, TRAFFIX employees. But yeah, that's why I chose TRAFFIX. It's been tremendous, to be honest. It's wowed me to see how much the company has grown. When we first started, it was just the Milton office, and then expanded into Toronto, Montreal, and then the numerous offices across the US. When we first started, we had a few sales reps, and then the logistics coordinators under them doing the dispatch and the track and trace. So at that point, we worked very closely with ownership and with management. So they understood our values and what we brought to the table, what we were able to offer TRAFFIX. So I think that really helped develop a relationship with ownership and with management. I think that connection is very important. So that allowed us to grow and get more opportunities within TRAFFIX as the company grew. And as we had new employees come in, new sales rep, new offices open, there were more opportunities to learn new challenges and to grow within TRAFFIX. So that was a very good experience, I would say. And it's just amazing to see how much we've grown over the past few years. When I first joined TRAFFIX, I joined as a logistics coordinator. I was mainly doing track and trace and dispatch loads. I then got promoted into sales, so I was doing strictly sales. After that, I moved into a hybrid role. So it was sales, account management, and operations as well, which was managing the trucks, the carrier side, as well as the customers and the clients. And then now I'm promoted into this role, which is a similar hybrid role, but just on a higher level. So dealing with bigger clients from a full cycle, basically, like track and trace, dispatch, sourcing carriers, dealing with the customer side as well. So yeah, I love it. I think the culture at TRAFFIX allows for a lot of growth, especially if you put in the work, which I've seen firsthand. And just being able to do different types of positions at TRAFFIX has allowed me to understand the requirements better of the industry as well as the company. So I continue to see myself growing within the company, whether it's an operations side, whether it's the sales side, whether it's a new position that may come up. I'm always open to learning. I'm always open to new challenges. So as long as I'm constantly challenged on a day-to-day basis, I see myself growing within the company. For me, I always, like I mentioned before, I always want to challenge myself. I always want to learn new things. So whether it's a new position for me or whether it's learning new things within the current role, as long as I'm challenging myself every day, as long as I'm doing better than I did yesterday, I feel that I grow professionally myself as well as the company is growing in turn. TRAFFIX has an academy as well. They have courses that allows you to always learn new things, whether it's a new system, whether it's a new skill. So yes, there's a lot of opportunity to learn new things, to within the industry especially. I feel one of the most required skills is problem solving, and the more issues that come up, the more you learn how to deal with those issues. So those tools and skills are provided by TRAFFIX, which you then just apply to your personal skills. And yeah, the perfect combination. As soon as actually this idea came up, I was really excited about it, and I reached out to Doc and the ownership team, and I said I'm willing to do whatever needs to be done to grow this DE&I committee. And personally, for me, coming from back home from a different culture and being able to work with different types of cultures, it's allowed me to understand different people and how different environments work. So it was something I wanted to contribute to help the rest of the community as far as I could. So I felt like my input would be very valuable because I've lived in East Asia, in the Middle East, and I've spent some time in the US as well. So I feel like I could take ideas from all those experiences and contribute and understand people better, which is what I feel is one of my strong points. So yeah, taking that into the DE&I committee, I felt has allowed us to grow it more and work with a team that loves to do it. It's a committee that you have to want to do it. You have to have that desire to help other people, which I think everyone on the committee does, as well as the company, which is very supportive of the idea. So that's been great so far. There's always opportunity for people to learn new things here at TRAFFIX. Like I had mentioned the Academy before, so it's also working with different cultures allows people to understand things they would have not known before, certain terminologies, certain races, certain like cuisines as well. We have virtual cooking classes as well. It brings togetherness. It brings a sense of belonging because it feels like a company rather than a family rather than a company or a workplace. So that's definitely there for the employees as well. One would be trivia night, which I thought was amazing because not only would we collaborate with a local team, you're collaborating with the other offices outside of Canada. So that was great, and it also has team building, camaraderie, which you can put together with a different team that you wouldn't get the chance to on a normal maybe work day. Besides that, with the local team, there's always like dinners and arcades, those type of events where you just get to hang around with the team and build more of a connection with the rest of the team. So those were the two standout events that I can remember, but there've been plenty others like the cooking class and just a bunch of them. You want to work with people that are there to support you, people that you understand how they work, they understand how you work. And another very important aspect of it, I feel, is respect. So when you respect people, you kind of reciprocate, they reciprocate it back. So it's a two-way thing. So it's more of like respecting people and being respected. So that all develops when you get to know people better and through all these events and all these meetups and things like that. I feel the management and ownership are very open to communication. They're very transparent and they're very honest, which I think is very important on both sides. So if there were any issues or any concerns that you may have, whether it's a work issue or a personal issue, they're always available for you. If they are not able to help you themselves, they always point you in the right direction, which I think is amazing, and which is what you want as an employee at TRAFFIX. You want to feel support. You want to feel that it's available for you anytime that you need it. And yeah, that's one of, I would say, the best aspects of TRAFFIX. My leadership team in Milton is, we started off mainly as a refrigerated temp control team, a small team, let's say about like 8 to 10 people. And majority of us have been there like close to the time that I've been at TRAFFIX, which is a very long time. So we kind of understand how the company works and what is required of us. And the team is always there to support each other, which is great. They've helped us whenever like there were issues that we couldn't solve ourselves. We needed to bring in management or leadership to help us solve those problems. So they're always available for us. They're very supportive of us. And as I mentioned, respect. They respect us, whether we're working for them or working for the company. It still feels like a family. So yeah, it's a very respectful team, and they respect your work. They value your work as well, which is very important. And I think that motivates the team to do well. Well, TRAFFIX, they have multiple, let's say, resources to make you feel part of the family. There are times they'll send you gifts at home, whether it's TRAFFIX gears or flowers or whatever it may be, just to make you feel part of the family. And also there's the courses to help you grow professionally. So they support you professionally in your career as well as on a personal level. And I'm sure there's multiple other resources available to us, whatever support we may need. I think that within the role that I'm currently doing, there is opportunity for me to grow within it as well as outside it. I was just having a discussion with my manager the other day where they offered me 2 different paths that I could choose, whether it was to continue doing what I'm doing and grow within it, or also a different operational role where I could lead a team. So as long as you show your value to the team, you work hard, as honestly as hard as you can, it's all noticed by management and it's appreciated for. And so I think that growth is always there, whichever position you may be in within the company. TRAFFIX offers both options, whether it's a hybrid role or whether you want to strictly work from home. For me personally, the role that I'm currently on, it allows me to be flexible with my schedule. So I prefer working from home because it saves me commuting time, and I can just get things done on the side as well. So for me personally, I prefer working from home, but there's also the hybrid option where you could come into work, and of course they allow you to bring in your beautiful dog, which is Cash over here. And yeah, they're very open. They're very open to whatever you may need as an employee. So for example, I'm the only person at home, and I would worry about daycare for my dog if I needed to come into work. And they told me straight away, bring your dog into work, let him run around, let him play around, which as an employee, you just feel so much support. It takes away so much stress from you. And I think that's amazing about TRAFFIX, that as long as you're putting in the work, it doesn't matter where you do the work, whether it's at home or whether it's in the office. For me, I kind of work in my own space. I kind of work off my own schedule, and it allows me to be accountable for all my work. But I also have my team that I support on the other side. So whenever they need me, they kind of pull me in, like, hey, can I get this done quickly? Or can I get, is this something you can help with? Which the team is always ready to help. So yeah, so both options are available. Yeah. Management is always supportive of whatever personal issues that may come up, because as we know, things happen. If I needed to run out to a quick vet check or something like that, I always have someone that would help me as a supportive for my, let's say, my personal accounts as well. I always have a couple people who I can shoot a quick message to on Teams and be like, hey, I just need to step out for a couple hours. Could you just watch over this account for me? So it's always there. And if you're sick, things happen, you get sick with COVID, you're out, you can't work. People are there to sweep up. They'll always check in on you. And it's not only the work that they cover, they also check in on you to see how you're doing personally. Like if you need, is there anything they can help you with outside of work, which is a family basically. I think TRAFFIX as a workplace, it's hard to call it just a workplace, because it feels like for the amount of time that I've been here, it feels like I know people on a personal level. Like I don't feel like they're my colleagues. I feel like they're my friends, my family. So I think that culture of a team, of diversity, of growth, of challenges, of problem solving, and all these skills that you require in this industry is all developed by the culture at TRAFFIX. So I think that's what makes TRAFFIX unique. I think the industry on a whole, logistics, specifically the truck drivers, play a huge part in the economy and in delivering basic needs for people. We've had it rough couple years maybe with COVID. Things have been up and down. People are going through things, but the logistics industry, regardless of what's going on, has kept moving. They've dealt with those personal issues or outside challenges, and they've still delivered goods to people. They've still brought the basic needs, the food to our table. So I think that's where we're changing, or we're helping people rather. We're supporting them, and we're bringing the basic needs to the table, making sure the kids have food, the families are well fed, and whether it's pharmaceuticals or whether it's produce or whatever the basic needs are. In that way, I feel we've helped a lot of people, especially over the last 2 years, which they've needed help more than ever.